Alright, so we're kind of in between rains here. I'm going to have to make this a quick video, but just went on a bit of a road trip. I drove about 3 hours round trip, about 140 miles in total, and I brought home a pretty big haul here. I was originally only going to pick up that Predicta, but there were like 5 antique stores in about a mile radius, so went to a bunch of them, and they turned out to have a whole bunch of vintage TVs and radios for pretty reasonable prices. Everything you see here I spent about $150 total on. And I just wanted to make this video analyzing them all, assessing their restorability. I know that Predicta is going to be a video series of its own. It's rough, but it's complete, and it looks unmolested. It has a lot of the original screws, so I don't think it's been worked on very much. But yeah, this is a Philco Predicta Debutante. This is the consumer model. It's painted black. I believe they also came in red and white. The white was the hotel version. It has all the knobs. The volume knob is kind of cracked and stuff, but I'm not too worried about that. No UHF option. That was rather rare on these sets. And not sure how well you're going to be able to see this, but the back is present. And even the label for the model number and everything is present. It looks relatively low hour. It's rusty. It's been barn kept, it's likely been barn kept. But it has all the tubes. The guy said he plugged it in and nothing happened, which could be a couple things. Could be the fusible resistor went open. Could be crappy tube socket, something like that. We'll have to dig into this. But I want to work on these things first. These are the smaller items that probably will not get their own videos. First is a Robin Ultra Power solid state kind of cheapy transistor radio, AM, and I have one that looks a lot like this, but it's 4-star branded. I might pull that out and show them next to each other. This is a General Electric Musiphonic AM tube radio. Uses a 35C5 audio output tube. It's a bit fancier than an AA5. It's got like 6 or 7 tubes. We might plug this one in. I think it was only like $7 untested. This is pretty cool. This one I befriended the lady at the antique store, and she just pulled this one out and gave it to me. It was originally $20, so thank you to that lady if she's watching this video. But this is a pink Zenith. It's like a cube TV. I've seen these in like red and pink, and I think they came in some other colors too. Solid state. It's from the 80s, and I thought it was pretty neat. Definitely maybe a good kitchen TV or something hooked up to a DTV box. This is a small little True Tone Collegiate transistor radio. This one's pretty neat. I don't see that many of these little cheapy table radios. A lot of them I think are thrown out. This is the oldest radio of the bunch. I got this at an antique store for $15, and the guy had a whole bunch of these 1920s radios, 3-dialers. There was Crosley's, that one, or Kent's, but he wanted over $100 for all of them. But this one he sold to me for $15. And as you can see, it's a Crosley Model 51. It has the tubes. It's rusty, not in very good shape, but it's complete and definitely a restorable radio. But it has what appear to be the original Crosley tubes, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that's an RCA. Okay, I stand corrected. So one of the tubes is not original. That might be a Cunningham tube. I'm not all that educated about these 1920s radios, so forgive me if I make an error, but definitely restorable. It's going to take some work, but this is only my second 1920s radio, so I think it's worth it. This is a Philips Norelco German radio, I believe. It's European for sure. Tube, metal cabinet. It's pretty hefty. It's pretty. It's a dense radio. FM, VHF broadcast, so AM, shortwave, and I believe that's phono. So this is a pretty cool radio. And then finally is this Admiral 9-inch black and white portable tube television. These are pretty rare. This is the first one of its kind that I've seen locally. I've seen them a lot online, but they're usually very expensive. It's pretty rough. It was in the same barn as the Predicta. well, it's like a barn, an antique store in an old barn, and it's rough, but again, very restorable. VHF knob on the side that moves a little indicator dial in there. So yeah, that's all the stuff I brought home. So in the next segment, I don't know if I want to power up the Predicta. I want to take a look inside that one first. But we can plug some of these radios in and see if they do anything. Alright, so the first radio we'll try is this Robin solid state radio. I don't really have much of a connection to this one, but it was cheap. And I thought it was kind of neat looking. So let's see what happens. Apparently nothing. Does this have an exterior antenna? Oh, okay, what's going on here? So this is a... I heard it. Oh, there we go. Very weak sound. That could be bad capacitors. My phone would focus. Yeah, this one's pretty baked. Okay, so she'll require further attention. I might... I'll probably just repair this one off camera. Okay, on to the next one. Let's plug in that Musaphonic. Alright, will the Musaphonic produce noise? The tube's glowing. Kind of hard to see. We'll find out in a minute, though. Filter capacitor sounds okay. Or maybe not.
Teens are reunited with their parents. TON, youthshelters.org, and help change a young life.
145 over 92.
180 over 111. 182 over 100. And I had a heart attack and a cardiac arrest. And then a stroke.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life.
Alright, this radio is giving me high blood pressure. It works. I need some attention. Probably a couple caps could stand to be replaced. But overall, mostly works. Good baseline. Let's plug in that little Zenith next. That's the newest set and probably won't get hurt, so we'll try that one. I just noticed it's actually, looks like it's missing the antenna, which is real nice. But you can still turn it on. Here we go. Take this off. Oh, great. That's nice. Alright, we have a picture. I wonder if we can get channel 6 without an antenna. Probably not. These buttons are dirty. Yeah. Let's see, maybe I can hold on to the antenna terminals and kind of act as a... Yeah, okay. So this one we'll need to hook up a proper antenna to it and see how it receives. But yeah, the picture looks good. And these 80s sets tend to mostly just work, so... Yeah. Cool. Do I dare plug in that Admiral? I'll think about it. Maybe the German radio. Actually, before we do that, I forgot about this radio, the True Tone Collegiate. Let's see if it works. Bad filter capacitor, probably. There we go. Perfect working condition. Okay, I'm about to run out of space on my camera. Let's see if the Admiral works. You know what, on second thought, I'll make a video on that Admiral on its own. But anyway, just wanted to make this really quick video showing all the stuff I got. More videos about them to come in the future. I will probably start on that Admiral.